two of our QA analysts, Daniel and Nat, who's off camera. They've been working on Arc Ultimate Mobile Edition for many months now, grinding away at it, and yeah, we're ready to show it to y'all. So a little bit about us here at Grove Street. Some of you in the art community are familiar with us. Some we may be a fresh face for you. We've been working with Studio Wildcard dating back to 2017. We started off working on the first Arc Survival Evolved for mobile, what we collected produced on mobile, the old game from 2018, and then we did the Arc Ultimate Survivor Edition for Switch a couple years ago, and then most recently we worked on Survival Ascended, helping out with all the technical challenges, bringing that to consoles. And so now we've taken all of our learnings from working on Arc all these years and all these optimization tricks that we figured out, and we're using that to bring Arc to mobile devices with a much more console-like experience. So that's what you're seeing here now. Let me give you the caveat. This is pre-release footage. You're seeing in development beta footage right now, and we're going to take you through some stuff on Island and on Scorched Earth and on Aberration. So let's kick things off. I got a bunch of stuff to get through for you guys and let you know all about this game that we've got coming out. So first things first, the big question that we've been asked: this game is going to be free to play. There is no cost to purchase the game outright. Anybody can download it for free on your mobile devices. And this is coming out to y'all in December 2024 this year. So just another month and a half to go, and you should have this in your hands. In this game, what I really want to hammer home today is that this is a complete fresh start. This is not related to the old Arc mobile title. This is much closer to that classic Arc experience that you know from consoles. So if you played Arc on Switch or you played Arc on PS4 or Xbox One, this is going to be much more comparable to that full Arc experience. This isn't going to be like the old Arc mobile title. We don't have dungeons, we don't have pursuits, we don't have a lot of these more unique things that we did in that title. We're staying very true to the original Arc experience here. And so in that regard, I really want to emphasize again, this is a complete fresh start. No progress or purchases from that old title is going to carry forward. This is a brand new experience. As you can see, just looking at it visually right now, I mean, it's just miles ahead of where we're at with that old game. So at launch in December, we're going to have the Island and Scorched Earth and Aberration available. Then next year in 2025, we will get out Extinction, Gen 1, Gen 2, and Ragnarok. And when we launch in December, the Island is going to be free for all players. So like I said, it's a free-to-play game. You can download it. You can have pretty much the full entire Island experience without ever spending a dime if you so choose. You can do the boss fights, you can transfer to other servers, you can do game runs, you can do all that the rest of the time. We're going to have extensions, those will be available for purchase individually. So Aberration, Extinction, Gen 1, Gen 2, Scorched Earth, all you can do is purchase it. But beyond that, we're also offering subscription time as well. So similar to Arcast last time, and Arcast can give you access to all the maps that are released at that point. So you can get access to the player and other perks like Contact Key and monthly drop of PC, which I'll get to in a minute. So it's really a great value for you if you want to spend half while you're actively playing Arc. They give you free everything you need to fully enjoy the game. Like I said, if you play, all the content is still there. You don't have things like behind the wall. But you can use RPG and off these, and really what it's set for is just to kind of dig into for you, especially if you don't know why you don't so you can use using like preset timers, like that's fine to figure or everything is very good. So like that, these all players can get all free for so access for free, and of course access to the lights and get very comfortable with it. Again, guys, all right, these 20 convenience timers like that. We're not some figures or weapons or masks. So let's keep going here. We also got console. We can come back for around. So if you're familiar with console from the last title, it's going to be comfortable with that. It's going to be console. So what console is an interface you use in single player only. It's not for use on servers. And what it does is an interface that you can access to some resources, a lot of common cheats that you use frequently, like log and things like that. It's an interface that you can easily access that stuff. And if you want to go full set of consequences, everything else operates straight up in the box in that interface you use. So yeah, one second. So we're going to screen in line here, boss fight one time. No boss, you're not having to do the boss fight, we're getting the full suite of boss fight again, just like normal console screen, every boss, we've got drag. Yeah, so it's a full experience. It's not here anyway, cutting content around. And things that we've got a little extra is voice support. We didn't have that in the last Arc mobile title, but we've got full voice chat support working this time around. We've also got full controller support. So here I've actually got my setup that I like doing around the office with Xbox controller, a little stand, and then this is a Pixel 8a that runs the game great. But yeah, we've got full controller support. You can use just about any Bluetooth controller with standard inputs should work fine. And then we've also done the virtual cursor implementation. So if you played our version of Arc on Switch, or if you played Survival Ascended on PS5 or Series X, or even PC with a controller connected, you'll know that you can use one of the joysticks to navigate a virtual cursor around the screen when you're managing your inventory and stuff like that. And we brought that over to this version as well. If you're using a controller with the game, obviously if you want a controller, just use touch, then that's the some other things we've done is we brought over some of the cryopod balance changes from A into our port here. We like to put some of those changes before. They seem like a good thing for the community, so we brought those changes over. And then we also have a fun surprise or two in there for fans of the old Arc mobile game who did like some of the unique things we did in there. We're going to try and get some fun stuff going in the new title, but I don't want to spoil anything just yet. How's that boss fight going, guys? Doing pretty good. Also, so we're going to show you all some. Yeah, we're going to switch over to Scorched in just a minute here and show you all some footage of Scorched running on these mobile devices. And while we get to that, I'm going to talk to y'all about some device requirements, because this is another big question that we've gotten a lot, is what devices can actually run this new game. I mean, as you can see, it's pretty graphically intensive, and you are going to need a newer device that can handle running this game. On the iOS side of things, that means any device that runs iOS 18. So you probably already know if your device can run it at this point, because iOS 18 has been released for iOS devices. But if you need to look that up, you can just Google iOS 18, and you can iOS 18 support it. But of different mixed Android. Fortunately, a lot if your phone has stopped updating and getting Android OS updates, that may be a sign that you might have trouble running it, and you're definitely going to need 4 gigabytes of RAM. Fortunately, a lot of the Android devices coming out now have 4 gigabytes, no problem, but that's certainly going to be a requirement. We are still finding certain GPUs here and there, especially on some of the cheaper phones that are struggling to run the game, so it's hard to give you all a definitive list. I can definitely tell you just out of personal experience and devices we've been trying around here in the office. We've got screen switched off here, but we've got it running on the this is the Motorola Z Fold, so that will run the game just fine. The newer Motorola phones do good with it. This right here is the OnePlus 12R, also doing just fine running the game. I've got the game here, like I said, on a Pixel 8a, which is just like the cheap version of a Pixel, and that runs it just great. So we've also, Daniel over here is playing on the Samsung S20 Galaxy, or sorry, now you're on the iPad. Previously was on the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, and that runs it great. So some of you who had issues with newer Samsung Galaxy devices playing the old Arc mobile title, that is no longer an issue. You should be fine there. But again, it's free to play, so please, by all means, download it on your phone and make sure it runs great. And if not, hey, this is what it is. So players, you guys are going to have this game in your hands by Christmas. We don't have an exact date picked out yet. We will announce that as soon as we're ready to, but we're definitely planning on December and definitely planning on getting it out to you before Christmas. If you're on iOS, you can download this from the App Store anywhere in the world. It's going to be released on the App Store worldwide. If you live in Europe, you can also choose to download this from the Epic Game Store. Some of you saw the news. We're very happy to be one of the first third-party games launching on the Epic Game Store for mobile. We think it's a really cool thing what they're doing, and we're happy to support them. So we're going to be offering the game everywhere that the Epic Game Store is available. If you're on Android, you can download the game worldwide from Google Play or the Epic Game Store. Both are available worldwide. You have your choice of where you want to play. Of course, you know, if you like what Epic Games are doing with they're forward-thinking related to developers, and things like that, but you know, choice of y'all. And that is pretty much all the concrete facts that we have to get through for our recap for y'all. Maybe run back through it one more time for anyone who is tuning into the stream a little late, and y'all can continue enjoying some Scorched Earth gameplay here, and then in a little bit after this fight, we'll move on to showing you some aberration. So again, let's just run back through this and recap some of the key points here that we want to hammer home with you guys. So again, the title is free to play. The expansion maps will be offered for purchase. The island is completely free. We are releasing in December 2024, so really not long ago out there. And this is a complete fresh start from the multiplayer. That whole title will be available forever for those who are downloaded it, so it's still there. But yes, our ultimate goal will be on title 5 on multiplayer forward. And starting maybe nothing more games like that. At launch in December, we're going to have the island and Scorched and Aberration available for you all, and Extinction, Gen 1, Gen 2 Ragnarok next year. We're going to be offering expansion maps on or you can pick up the subscription monthly or annually, and that while you have an active subscription is going to give you access to all of the maps that are currently released. It's going to give you the God console and single player. It's going to give you other perks like bonus XP, and then you're going to get free keys or in-game currency every single one. Just remember that. I'll change it. Here. This boss fight going.
It's good. Just completed it.
Shall we switch over and show these fine folks some aberration?
Yeah, definitely.
I guess how we go on to next week. Yeah. So excuse our little transition here. So we're really excited to be able to bring our ultimate to y'all. I know the article players out there have been getting so patient as we've been working on this new title and had to wind down support for the old title. So yeah, we're just really excited to bring this to y'all. I think everybody the Discord for Arc Mobile, which you can purchase or you can hold in your hands. We will, like I said, we'll have those expansion maps available for an additional purchase, or you can pick up the Arc Pass, which is going to be a subscription. That Arc Pass is going to give you access to all of the expansion maps that have been released at that point, as well as access to the God console for single player, and some other perks such as bonus XP and some free keys with our in-game currency. So that in-game currency, which we're calling keys, every player can get some of these for free every day, kind of like a daily login bonus thing, or you'll be able to purchase them in packs or get your monthly free drops from being a pass holder. And again, our implementation of these keys is really just with the mobile in mind, I just need to use them to make it convenient. We love to use the term pay for convenience around here, and so the implementation in the game is things like decreasing tame timers, tame speed timers, or getting a temporary bait buff, things like that. We're not selling creatures or weapons locked behind keys. We're not doing the crafting stations like the old game had by March. The normal Arc experience. And so I mentioned this earlier, but God Console is coming back for single player. So those are single player players may remember this from the previous title. God Console is an interface that you can pick up, and what we've done with this interface is giving you easy access to a lot of the common sheets that players use, as well as a lot of the common resources that you're spawning stacks of constantly. And this time around, the interface also gives you access to the console commands. So if you don't want to use any of our predetermined sheets, easily with the you can just open up the console command dialog and go to town with whatever the game world is. And this time around again, we've added voice chat support, we've got full voice chat support on mobile, we've got full support for the game on mobile, we've got some press functions that we've got some really spicy just on the device primes again. iOS 18, that's controlled, if you're on iOS iPhone, iPad, you want to iOS 18. If you're on Android, you get device that you can Android, it's got full device brand name. As long as it's a recent flagship phone, again, should be fine. But due to all the very common Android, that's really hard for us to give. As long as it's a recent flagship phone, again, you should be fine. But due to just all the very combinations of Android devices out there, it's really hard for us to give just a solid list. And so again, this will be out for Christmas. If you are on iOS, you can download it anywhere in the world from the App Store. If you're on iOS in Europe, you also have the choice of downloading from the Game Store. And if you're on Android anywhere in the world, you can download it from Google Play or the Epic Game Store. So that's it, folks. December 2024, free to play. iOS and Android, Epic Game Store, Google Play, Apple App Store, all 5 expansion maps, entirely fresh experience. We really can't wait to get it into your hands all. So thanks everybody so much for checking out the stream. And with that, I think we're going to throw things back to Studio Wildcard. So thanks everybody. Cheers. Yeah, minimize that and give them the screen until Wildcard gets back.
Mic's on.